And welcome back to Good Morning Tobago. This morning, as we continue our conversations here, we are speaking with Assemblyman Trevor James, who is also the Secretary for Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development. Thank you. Good morning and welcome.
Morning, Ms. Felix. Good to be here.
All right, excellent. So it's a pleasure to have you. Now, there are a number of construction projects that are going on under the Division of Infrastructure. Let the public know what are some of the priority areas that you're focusing on as we speak.
Morning Tobago again. Morning to the good people of Scarborough Mount Grace, who, by their vote, allows me to be here. As you know, Shenell, we've come to the public highlighting the fact that we've been constrained significantly by the budgetary allocation from Port of Spain. We've made it absolutely clear that our development budget in particular was only $51 million this year, and the wages for development workers was $41 million. We have therefore been doing our best to do all the work that you've seen going on from the division in-house. This year we've done a lot of road paving. The development teams are now working on Granby Gully. They're working at Idlewild and building that retaining wall. When they finish at Idlewild, they will go up to Runnymede. There's a massive landslip, road failure. I think it's Runnymede Trace or something like that is the name. And the team will go there after. And we continue to try to do the best that we can with the limited resources that we have. Our focus really is to ensure that the major passageways that we have now remain open and passable, and we'll continue to do our best.
And what about the members of the public who's saying in different areas that there are certain roads and access points that are still a sore point for them? What type of reassurance could you give them that even though the budget is constrained, that these things are on the radar to be fixed?
We have developed a schedule at the department, certainly for road upgrade, and the staff continue to pursue that. Of course, money is always a problem. Right now, we are in debt to Spell significantly because we depend on them for the supply of bitumen, for the supply of asphalt and so on. And we want to tell the public, listen, the division is working for you. We are coming. We may be late in coming because we have a material and a money constraint, but we are in fact coming. We remember when there was all this talk about all fields and can be number one and so on, and we moved in there in a week and we cleared that up. And it's the same thing that will happen. We will continue to move as the opportunity and the resources present themselves. And we want to ask the public to be patient. Some of the roadworks that have been outstanding, or the failures that are present today, are in fact failures that we've inherited over time, and we continue to do our best as manfully as we can to ensure we bring a relief to the people of Tobago.
Excellent. And one of the major projects that you're working on as we speak is that connector road between Shirvan and Storby. What is the status of that? Because we know that had been halted due to the court putting out an injunction on that road. So give us some update on that road.
Well, we have been in discussions with the owner of the Killigrew estate from day one. We were in negotiations to determine a price for the area that we wanted to use for the road. I believe the owner felt that we were delaying in paying him or coming to a conclusion to pay him, and he went to the court to get redress, which is the right of everybody to go to court for redress. So the injunction is only on the Killigrew estate. And we continue to move the works forward as far as we can. We are now coming out to Shirvan, and within the month of June, we'll hopefully be opening that roundabout at the end of the month of June. and connect that piece of road as we wait for the court to lift the injunction. We have a court matter on the 11th of June, and we are hoping by that time the court will, in the wisdom of the court, come to the decision that the people of Tobago want this road, and that the state in Tobago wants to pursue this road, and it is for the benefit of the people of Tobago, and the court will decide to allow us to proceed.
Excellent. And so far, everything else except for the estate is going ahead full speed.
Oh yes, we've, like I said, we are almost 80% complete with the road. There are some issues related to the opening of an established road reserve. We are treating with those as well, and there are different ways to pursue things, and I want to just, have people understand that we are at a place in our development process where things must be done in parallel if we have to shorten the time that it takes to do things. And that's the strategy we have decided to move with. And I think going forward, we will continue that strategy because we have been significantly behind the 8 ball in our development process. And we need to find ways of moving projects forward quickly, notwithstanding those on the opposite side weaponizing state bodies against us and so on. We will continue to move forward as quickly as we can because the people in Tobago have been yearning for these kinds of projects to be done. The economic benefit of this project was determined by the cabinet of Trinidad and Tobago more than a decade ago. And so we will continue to move. We ask the public, however, to understand that there are bigger issues at play with some of the opposition that we've had to the development of what we consider to be small things. And we continue to beg for their support and understanding as we try to move the process of development forward as quickly as we can.
Excellent. And what about that road from the Crown Point Airport coming straight up to the highway? We've seen some trouble with that road, especially in the Canaan area. In
Crown
terms of
Point
it
Airport.
it had been patched several times, but you still have those bumps in the road when you come off of the airport and you're going straight up to the highway. Is that a priority?
You mean Milford Road?
Yes, Milford Road. Is that a priority to resurface that road?
We would see how it goes. We are in the process of acquiring a few pieces of equipment. So we will see how it goes when we get the equipment on the ground, and we are now looking to see how we can begin to train not random, but redundant staff in terms of operators and so on. So I'm sure that late 2024, 2025 is going to be a nice time for us. So yeah, we'll look at a priority. There are some areas that are outstanding. I know people are concerned. There is Golden Lane, going back to Moriah, that has been outstanding for a while. There's my good friend Mr. Morris keeps making a hullabaloo about Montpelier. We are coming to those areas as well. A representative for Blackrock, Wim, is in my ear all the time about roads in his district as well. And so we are moving. Mr. Craig is behind us for paving of Boko Cemetery Street, Boko Cemetery Road. And so these things are on the schedule, but it is a matter of resource allocation, and as soon as resources become available, we will continue to do that. Our guys now are on the jetty in Charlottesville. It's a project we planned since last year, and we weren't able to execute it last year before the last cruise ship season. But we are there early this year, and that will be in place for the new cruise ship season. The jetty, as people in Charlottesville will know, there was some failure with some of the beams. There were some issues with the height of the landing and so on. And we are hoping to address that on behalf of the Division of Tourism. And like I said, we can't do everything at the same time. And we're going to schedule them and do them as best as quickly as we can.
Excellent. And what has been your strategy in regards to partnering with the other divisions to ensure that these projects get done based on the limited finances that you have in your division?
Oh, no, we continue to do that all the time. I mean, that's one of the benefits of having an executive council. Other divisions bring forward issues where collaboration is required, and we continue to do our best. We continue to provide the Division of Education with benches and so on from the URP. We continue to do what we can to assist other divisions as best as we can. We will partner with the Division of Sport and Division of Community Development and so on to ensure that we are using the resources of CPEP and the sports department to the best benefit of the people of Tobago, and that is a continuous journey where we create synergies between divisions so that we could best deliver to the people.
Excellent. And going back a bit to that link road in Shirvan to Storby, is there any particular reason why the THA did not go with the design that was submitted from the central government for that road behind the airport as opposed to the construction that is taking place now?
Well, listen, the airport is being constructed under the Ministry of Finance. I think it's the Oversight Ministry. We attempted to meet, we requested by letter to meet with NITCO twice. We've been unsuccessful. There seems to be an instruction not to partner with the THA. That my own personal view on the matter is irrelevant, but that road is a road that has to have the contribution of the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago, because land acquisition will have to be done. And if the Parliament, if the Ministry of Finance finds that that road is important to be built, then there's a way in the legislation for us to collaborate. What we know is that roadworks in Tobago are the responsibility of the THA, and so collaboration is required. So we will wait to see what would happen, how this thing will go forward. But if the designers, if the feasibility suggests that that's the road that should be built, then I'm sure the government in its wisdom will approach us to find a way for us to work together to do it.
Okay, thank you. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back right after this.
It's a brand new